The galaxy was no stranger to war. Countless conflicts had shaped the politics and power structures among star-spanning civilizations. However, Earth had recently earned a reputation unlike any other, not because of its size or technology, but because of a particular term that sent shivers through even the most hardened alien commanders: retiring. To the Galactic Federation, retiring was an innocuous term. It usually meant an officer or soldier stepping down from active duty, transitioning peacefully to civilian life or a support role. Earth forces, however, had a far darker and far more dangerous interpretation, and those who learned this firsthand would never forget. It started with a simple skirmish near the Oltar system, where a Federation patrol was ambushed by what appeared to be a rogue Earth squadron. The patrol's command contacted the Federation to report an unauthorized Earth attack. The Federation Council was perplexed. Earth was part of the Alliance, supposed to follow strict protocols for military engagement and chain of command. Yet, this squadron acted without orders and caused significant damage to a neutral colony station. When questioned, the Earth Command's explanation was cryptic. "They were retiring," the officer said with a calm expression. "They operate on their own judgment." The Federation sent envoys to clarify the meaning. Earth's military liaison, Commander Grant, explained in careful terms, "When we say a unit is retiring, it means that they have been given the authority to act independently, without waiting for orders from any command structure. Their mission is to neutralize threats preemptively by any means necessary." The envoy's face paled. "You mean they are authorized to kill on their own discretion? Without any oversight?" "Yes," Grant confirmed. "We trust our soldiers to make those decisions. Sometimes hesitation costs lives. We don't want our forces bound by bureaucracy when survival is at stake." The revelation rippled across the Federation. In diplomatic meetings, leaders debated whether Earth's policy was reckless or revolutionary. Some accused Earth of recklessness and a disregard for galactic law. Others admired the brutal efficiency and trust in human judgment. But the real test came when Earth forces, declared retiring, faced a genuine threat without waiting for approval. A convoy of Earth transports was en route through the disputed Garrick Belt when they were ambushed by a coalition of pirates and hostile factions. Communication was disrupted and Earth's fleet command could not issue orders. The retiring squadron assigned to protect the convoy sprung into action. Within minutes, their fighters swarmed the attackers. Their strikes were merciless and precise, targeting pirate command ships and supply vessels. No prisoners were taken, none of the attackers escaped. When Federation forces arrived after the battle, they found the aftermath: a devastated pirate fleet and Earth's transports unharmed, but the conflict's brutality undeniable. Reports surfaced that retiring Earth forces sometimes ignored standard engagement protocols. They destroyed any ship that posed even the slightest threat, often without warning or negotiation. Federation spies tried to understand how humans could operate this way, seemingly unfazed by moral or political consequences. On Earth, the military defended the policy fiercely. Colonel Drake, head of Earth's Rapid Response Command, stated plainly, "Our forces are trained to survive and protect. In space combat, hesitation leads to death. When our units retire, they become hunters, not diplomats. They are authorized to neutralize threats swiftly and decisively." To outsiders, it appeared brutal, but for Earth, it was necessary. Years of near isolation had hardened humanity. The planet had survived wars, invasions, and near-extinction events. Humanity had learned that in the unforgiving void of space, rules and diplomacy often came second to survival. News spread of Earth's retiring units being deployed on distant frontiers, hunting smugglers, assassins, and aggressors who believed themselves safe beyond Federation borders. In one infamous incident near the Vortan Nebula, an Earth retiring squadron intercepted a convoy suspected of trafficking weapons to a hostile regime. Despite Federation sanctions and calls for investigation, the squadron destroyed every ship in the convoy without warnings. The Federation was forced to investigate, but the evidence was clear. Earth's policy was lawful under their own statutes, even if unconventional. alien commanders began to fear the term retiring. Among their fleets, to be retired by Earth meant to be hunted without mercy or protocol. Captain Laura of the Federation cruiser Peregrine experienced this fear firsthand. Her ship had encountered a lone Earth fighter in a sector known for rebel activity. Expecting a routine encounter, she was stunned when the fighter engaged without communication or warning. The Earth pilot's tactics were aggressive and brutal. Laura barely escaped with her ship damaged. After the encounter, she demanded answers. "Those are retiring unit," her superior warned. "Once they engage, they are free to act however they see fit. No negotiation, no second chances." The term quickly became a cautionary tale. On diplomatic channels, Earth's ambassadors faced mounting pressure to explain or revoke the policy. But Earth's leadership held firm. Prime Minister Ellis addressed the Galactic Council in a historic speech. "We are not proud of the destruction caused by our retiring forces, but we refuse to be shackled by hesitation or bureaucracy when the survival of our people is at stake. In the void of space, mercy can be a death sentence. We trust our soldiers to act swiftly and decisively, because humanity will never bow to threats or wait for permission when lives hang in the balance." The speech was met with mixed reactions, admiration by some, fear and condemnation by others. Yet the galaxy could not deny the truth. Earth's retiring policy worked. It made humanity unpredictable, dangerous, and fiercely independent. Tensions grew between factions vying for power. Earth's forces stood as a wild card, ready to act without orders, judgment, or hesitation. One day, during a massive conflict over control of the Merrick Expanse, Earth's retiring squadrons turned the tide. Cut off from Earth command by enemy jamming, they made split-second decisions to strike deep into enemy supply lines, crippling the coalition's ability to maintain its offensive. Their ruthless efficiency left allies in awe and enemies terrified. Following the conflict, many species reconsidered their own military doctrines. If Earth's approach worked, why not adopt similar policies? But Earth warned against imitation. "Retiring units require discipline, training, and trust," Colonel Drake said. "Not every species can wield that power without chaos." The galaxy watched as humanity continued to evolve, never asking for permission, always acting in its own interest, and often in the interest of survival. What began as a term misunderstood became a legend. To be retired by Earth was to face a foe who acted without mercy or hesitation. The aliens learned that Earth's forces did not wait for approval to kill. They acted when necessary, and that made humanity one of the most feared forces in the galaxy.